Hello guys, welcome to another video. I know that you probably don't care why I haven't been uploading as much videos as I promised. It just, life gets in the way, I guess. But whatever, today I bring you a video that in the tradition or style of this channel, it's a review. And first of all, I want to thank with my heart and my soul to my friend Leo. Thanks, this wouldn't have been a thing without you. Thanks to you I have a new amplifier, I have a good sound basically, because of your kindness and your good friendship, so thanks a lot, man. It means a fucking awful lot to me. God knows you're a way better player than I will ever be, so thanks a lot, and I hope someday maybe I will repay it as I can. So as I just said, today I bring you the review of an amplifier, and this series of amplifiers is kind of famous by now. This specific model thanks to Ola England mainly, because he made a video in his old style, just playing the amplifier and making it sound fucking amazing.
Hi, I'm Ola, and this is the Joyo Bantamp Zombie 220-watt amplifier.
So yeah, without further ado, I bring you today the review of the Joyo Bantamp series Zombie 20-watt amplifier. First of all, I just want to make emphasis in how fucking small this thing is. This thing is fucking tiny. As you can see, I can grasp it with my just one hand, and maybe that's a bad thing for you, but for me that's a huge plus, because I'm used to having these big bulky amplifiers that make my tiny room look even tinier. So at least for me this is a big selling point. This little thing, it's quite amazing, and Joyo makes amazing products for a really cheap price. Right now these amplifiers are being made also in the XL variation, which makes them have independent EQs and volumes and whatever for the clean and the distortion channel. But the one I have today is the normal version, the Bantamp Joyo Zombie amplifier. So as I mentioned, this thing is 20 watts of power. It's a hybrid amplifier, meaning it has a solid state power amp and a tube preamplifier. So basically you get that tube distortion or tone or warmth that a lot of people like. Me personally, I have never owned a completely tube amplifier myself, but people must love them for a reason, right? And as you probably know if you are searching for videos of this amplifier, this is heavily inspired on a Mesa Boogie dual rectifier. The hint being on the little title of the amplifier. If you can see the zombie, the M and B are like highlighted for Mesa Boogie. So as you may expect, this is a very metal focused amplifier. The clean channel is really good in my opinion, but the distortion channel is where this thing really truly shines. But it's a very simple amplifier. Here you can see your input jack, you have a gain control, a tone control and a volume control. And actually, don't quote me on this, but as you will see on the actual demo of this amplifier, the tone control functions more like an ISF controller on the Blackstar amps, meaning that this is not the regular mellow and brighter control. If you put the tone control all the way down, it still sounds like decently bright. It just sounds like a more darkish amplifier, but not in a muddy way. And if you turn it all the way up, it sounds semi-martially. I can't describe that sound as martially, but definitely a brighter, more complete amplifier, if you may. Here you have your power switch, this being a hybrid amp. When you turn it on, it takes maybe 10-15 seconds to the valve to warm up, and then you get your sound. This amplifier, as many small hybrid amplifiers of its class, has a 12AX7 tube in the preamp. I don't know if you can maybe see that on the amplifier. And here you have your switch to change between the clean channel and the overdrive channel. And this amplifier also has a really cool feature that I thought I wouldn't use as much, but I have, and it's pretty amazing. Here you have a Bluetooth switch, and when you turn this on, this amplifier actually has like a built-in Bluetooth function. You can connect your phone or whatever you have to this amplifier with this little antenna it has here. This sends the Bluetooth signal, and you can play back, songs or backing tracks or whatever you want. It's actually a really useful function if you like to, improv a little bit with backing tracks on the background like I do. You also have your speaker output, which requires a minimum of 8 ohms from your cabinet, so I mean any cabinet will do basically. And this runs on a 18-ball adapter. You also have your phone's jack, which when you put the headphones and play with the headphones, this has an emulated impulse response in that jack, so it doesn't sound like straight out of the amplifier to your headphones, which sounds fucking horrible. Trust me, my old Randall has that function where it has a headphones thing, but it doesn't have like any impulse response on the thing, so when you are listening in your headphones, it sounds like fucking ass. So this is very good. I have actually used this amplifier to play at night, and it sounds really nice. And also, which is fucking amazing if you ask me, you have effects loop. In this little thing you have everything you need for gigging basically, because this is a hybrid amplifier. This thing is fucking loud. Trust me, this thing, it's really fucking loud. You can easily play this on a 4x12 on small to medium gig in my opinion. Also the casing, it's fully metal, I think. So yeah, Joyo made these amazing little amplifiers. There's a lot of different models that are inspired by more famous amplifiers, like I think there's a JCM 2001, I think there's a 5150 if I'm not wrong. Also, this is kind of, it's maybe 1.5 kilos, so if you're returning from your gig from the bar and some mugger approaches you, you can just bash your skull in. It's pretty useful. This thing does anything, I tell you guys, from jazz to metal to aggravated assault. It's amazing. So now that you heard the specs, let's go to the sound demo, I guess. For the clean and low and mid gainish kind of sounds, I will be using my Strat copy, which has a hot rail on the bridge and a Alnico 5 single coil on the middle and neck. And for the more ballsy metal tones, I will be using my Santano Telecaster copy, which is tuned to D or drop C, so pretty. Obviously, I will be plugging into the Joyo Bantamp Zombie amp, and that will be running into a 112 cabinet with a 7080 selection speaker. For the distortion clips, I will be showing you how the amplifier sounds on its own, and I also will be using an overdrive, so you can hear the full potential of the gain of this amplifier, which is pretty amazing. So yeah, let's hear how it sounds. So as you guys heard, this amplifier sounds, at least in my opinion, really fucking good. The clean has that crispiness and clearness I like on a clean tone. In solid state amps, some have tendencies to sound like a direct input into a, audio console on a bar. So this really has that character of, a real amplifier. And the high gain is ballsy, it's heavy, it's dark, or if you turn the tone knob up, it can be, rich and all of those crazy buzzwords that snobs do and say. And if you get one of these amplifiers, I advise you, I cannot stress this fucking enough, get an overdrive. The amplifier doesn't sound bad without an overdrive, but with an overdrive, the high gain channel is just really fucking good. As I told you before, I have never owned a completely tube amplifier, obviously not a Mesa Boogie dual or triple rectifier, so I can't tell you if this sounds any similar to that. From the sounds I've heard on YouTube and on songs, the Mesa Boogie rectifiers tend to be more scooped, and the mids tend to just not really be there. They tend to be way more dark and way more punchy, maybe. That's maybe the word for it. And this is not as scooped. This has actually a pretty barky mid-range. It's almost like a fucking modded to hell plexi or something like that. But nonetheless, not a bad sound at all. I actually prefer this to the more scooped thing of the actual rectifier. If I had to pick a downside, quote unquote, for this amplifier, I would maybe say the versatility. This is not a very versatile amp. You can't really play low or mid gain stuff. This is really a straight metal amplifier. When you turn the gain down, it doesn't sound like a Marshall or an overdrive or whatever. It's just lower gain distortion basically. But I wouldn't call it a one-trick pony either, because the clean channel is very good and this takes pedals like a fucking champ. But if you get yourself a really good Marshall Plexi preamp or pedal or whatever, you can pull off pretty much everything you want with this little fucker. It is really pretty fucking good at what it does. I know I have the tendency, if you, the person that is watching, have seen my past videos, I have the tendency of getting gear that I never stuck with. I always end up selling my shit and my guitars and my pedals and my amplifiers and whatever. I don't think I will be ever selling this. This is pretty fucking good. Right now I don't have the need for any other amplifier. Also, it was a gift from my friend Leo, so I have to take care of it. I have to treasure him, and in honor of my very good friend Leo, that is also the chattest person I ever met ever. So, but yeah, If you are looking for more, unprofessional, not super highly produced demo of this amplifier, or an opinion of, someone that is more used to lower grade stuff, buy it. It's pretty fucking good. Buy it. I tell you, please get one. If you like metal, if you have a pretty small budget and you want to get a good amplifier for metal, get this little thing. It's really fucking good. But that will be pretty much everything for today's video. If you like this video, please leave a like down below. And if you like this video, I invite you to take a peek into my channel and look at my other videos. And if you like them, please subscribe. I'm trying to make the most videos I can, basically. If you have any questions about this amplifier, any suggestions, or you just outright want to tell me to go fuck myself, you can do so in the comment section down below. In the description, I will leave you a direct link to get this amplifier either from AliExpress or Amazon, Reverb, any of those things. I hope you enjoyed this video and I will see you on the next one. Bye!